Hello, this is DanRills98, and today I'm going to show you how to capture your old VHS home movies and burn them to DVD with equipment that you probably already have, and some free software utilities. Sound works best as two VCRs connected in series. So, what I have here is a relatively high quality Go Video DVD VCR combo, and I have that running into this little Sony VCR. It's just running into the front inputs here. The reason for this is that if this hits an area of static, it will send out a blank signal. And if it does that, it could tell your capture device to stop recording, which it does for me. So I run it to this VCR. When this VCR gets a static signal, it just puts out a blue screen. And that works a lot better in the long run. And the camera should come with a cable for this. It has an end like this on it, and then the 3 RCA plugs on the other end. Of course, this end plugs into the camcorder. So the camera I have is a JVC Avario. This is a hard drive camcorder, so it will record directly to an internal hard drive. Now, any hard drive camcorder or any mini DV camcorder will work for this. Your old 8mm camera, probably not. However, if you do have 8mm tapes, you will need to use your 8mm camera in place of a VCR. Now then, how you set up the next part of this depends greatly on your camcorder. My camcorder here will take an external input and then record it, but it won't act as a direct transfer device. Some camcorders will. If yours can, use it that way. Usually you would plug in your camcorder via a FireWire cable into your computer, and then you would have a capture utility, which I will get to in a moment, that will record directly from that. This here will record from this VCR onto its hard drive, and then I can get it from the hard drive of the camcorder. Now, you also want your camcorder to be plugged into external power for this. It's going to be running a lot. If you do have a mini DV camcorder and you have to run it the same way I run this, make sure it's on EP mode or LP mode to get the most out of your tape, and your whole movie will probably go over the time of the tape. So what you'll have to do is pause the VCR and transfer everything off of the tape, and then rewind the tape and start over and go from where you left off. So now I have this VCR here. Turn that on. That's running into this VCR here, which is just set to take from the front inputs here. And that is running into my camcorder. So now I can put a tape in this VCR here and hit record on the camcorder. And the other reason for running it through a second VCR is this will also remove any VHS copy protection, which for some reason my camcorder will detect and it will stop recording when it hits. The other thing I should mention is that you want a VCR with automatic tracking most of the time. Because sometimes you'll come across funky tapes that will have different tracking all of a sudden in the middle of it, and the VCR will automatically adjust for that. You want that. Sometimes you'll come across a tape that is just really funky and the automatic tracking just can't do it, in which case it's still good to have a second VCR with manual tracking. So you can try it in both VCRs. And I think the last job I did with this, I ended up going through about 4 VCRs for 7 videotapes, because they were all different and they were all funky. So get all the VCRs that you still have laying around, and you'll probably use all of them. So now we move on to the next part, which is capturing. So what I'm using here is just Windows Movie Maker. This comes with Windows. and this is what I'm using to capture this video right now. What you will do is if you have a mini DV camera, you'll plug it in via FireWire or USB or however you do it, and just click Capture Video from Device, and Windows Movie Maker will take you through this little wizard. Let's see now. If your camera came with software, you might have to use that. My camera, like I said, it's a JVC Avario camcorder, and I can access it like a giant flash drive if I plug it in via USB. So, for JVC Avario camcorders, if you have one, there's this little utility called SD Copy that you can download, and I just keep this on the camera. So you would select the video folder on the camera, and then the folder where you want it on your computer, and it will take the JVC format and it will make it into a standard MPEG file. You probably won't need to set the widescreen flag on this. And if you're on a Mac, you can use iMovie. It seems to work quite well for this. And so, the videos, you'll have to look around for it. JVC likes to make things hard, and they made their own little proprietary video files for everything. But the SD Copy utility, which I will put a link in the sidebar for, makes things quite a bit easier. So the next part of this is we need to use something to make a DVD once we have everything captured. So my computer came with this WinDVD creator, which I've been using, and it works quite well. This will just let you make a simple little menu, and you can select your MPEG files that come off of your camera, or your AVI files that come out of Windows Movie Maker, or your MOV files that come out of iMovie. I do believe this is a Windows-only program. Then you can add your menu and then just click Make Movie, and it will burn it to a DVD. The other option is this program called DVD Styler, which is a free program, and it will do just about everything that WinDVD Creator will. It's a little bit slower, but it is free. And I think this is also a Windows or Linux program. On a Mac, you can use, what's it called? iDVD or something like that, and that will work quite well. So if you are using Windows Movie Maker to capture things, you'll have to assemble your clips and stuff, and then export it as an AVI file, and then you can go into DVD Styler or whatever you have. Now, if your camera is like mine and it will put out straight MPEG files, don't bother with Windows Movie Maker or anything else. You can burn those straight to a DVD or go straight into your DVD authoring software with it. Windows Movie Maker will just make more of a pain for you if you try to go through it that way. You only need to use it if you don't have a camera like that. And then when it's all said and done, you'll need a computer with a DVD burner. This is my laptop. It's a Lenovo T61, and it comes with, I think, an 8x DVD burner. Most modern laptops will have this. If your computer does not have a DVD burner, you can get one for $50. Probably a good place to go would be pricegrabber.com. I'll see if I can find a couple, and I'll put links in the sidebar. So that's about it, and you'll also need a stack of blank DVDs, and when you're done capturing and adding menus and things like that, you'll just pop a DVD in your DVD drive, click Finish on whatever software you have, and it will burn it, and you'll be done. And your home movies will be saved forever on DVD.